How would you guys like to make the best oxtail you ever had? Let's get to it. What's going on out there, guys? So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a whole oxtail. We're not going to cut it. We're going to braise it whole. I don't know if I'm the only one that ever make a video like this, but I haven't seen any video like that on YouTube or whatnot. So let's get to it. Like always, you're gonna need some ingredients. We have about half a cup of black pepper, 9.2 ounce of ginger. Don't worry about peeling the ginger. You're gonna have chicken powder, about 1 cup. You're gonna have allspice, half a cup. Salt, 1 cup. Peppercorn, half a cup. Orange juice, 5 cups. Green onions, 1 whole. Thymes, you're gonna about a handful of thymes. Carrots, 7 medium-sized carrots. Garlic cloves, peel, 3 cups. Parsley, 1 bunch. Habanero peppers, about 7. You can add more if you want it to be more spicier, or you can add less. It's all up to you. You're gonna need 1 onion, whole. Celery stalks. Paprika, 1 cup. Worcestershire, about 3 cups. And then water, about 1 gallon, and a whole bottle of red wine. So this whole recipe is quick forward. So I kind of fast forward the video so it won't take so long. In the food processor, just add the onions, ginger, garlic, thyme, parsley into a smooth paste. So although it's a little bit more than what the recipe called for, you can always store it in the fridge for a later day. Maybe you might have some friend over, you want to do another oxtail, or maybe you want to put on top of a steak, kind of like, chimichurri. That's up to you. But it's a little bit more than what the recipe called for. So right about now, we're gonna add everything together. You're just gonna use 1 cup of that mix. And then we're gonna add all our liquid, the orange juice, Worcestershire. Add the rest of the ingredients, mix it really, really well, rub it down really good. And then right about now, we're gonna store it in the fridge for about 2 days or less. Then we're gonna pull out the fridge. We're gonna use a hot pan. If you don't have a big skillet, you can cut the oxtail down to 2 or 3 pieces. That's all up to you. So when the pan is hot, add in your oxtail, let it sear on one side, and then flip it over, sear it again for a second time until it gets nice and brown all around. I usually let the oxtail braise in the same pan, but since it's a quick video I'm showing you, so we're gonna remove the tail, transfer it to another pan, and then we're gonna add all the mirepoix on top, and then we're just gonna add the liquid, and then with 1 gallon of water. So we got 1 bottle of red wine. You can add any red wine, it's all up to you. Since the seasoning, since the marinade already have all the flavors, we don't add nothing else. No salt, no pepper, nothing. We're just gonna put in the oven for 2.5 hours max on 400 degrees. And then now we're gonna pull it out. Our oxtail is ready. And make sure you wrap it up with the foil. You don't have to add any plastic wrap, just foil is fine. So that's our oxtail. So next thing we're gonna do is take the oxtail, let it rest for 2 minutes or 3, because you don't want to cut it right now. That's what you want. When you see the meat start separate from the bone, or actually move away from the bone, that's when you know your oxtail is really, really good. So be real careful to pull it out the pan so you won't break it. So I use a spatula and also a tongue. And then we're gonna strain all the excess celery and thyme, get a clear sauce. So we're gonna reduce the sauce by half. Just put it on medium heat. Let it reduce. Don't add nothing else to it. No pepper, no nothing. In the meantime, we're gonna use 2 of the carrots. We're gonna julienne them out, and then we're gonna use 1 onions. And then we also have some northern beans. You can use pretty much any peas you want. Sometimes I use green peas. Sweet peas. But for this recipe, I'm just gonna use some northern bean. You can go to any grocery store and then get some canned northern beans. That's fine. Just the onions, you want to cut them a little bit big size, and same with the julienne carrots. And then that's all the 3 ingredients you're gonna need. Now we're gonna use a medium-high heat to saute our vegetables. I add about 1 tablespoon of oil. You can use about any oil you want, vegetable oils, olive oil. That's all up to you. I did add 1 cinnamon stick into the pan to give it some sort of aromatic flavor. It's all up to you, but I think it do add a little bit aromatic to the dish. And then we're gonna add our carrots for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then after that, we're gonna add our onions, quick sauteing for additional 3 to 4 minutes until the onions translucent. You don't have to quick sauteing it, so stir a little bit, and then after that, we're gonna add our northern beans. The beans are already cooked already, so you don't have to do too much, just a quick little sauteing until the beans get kind of like, coated with the rest of the vegetables. So we're gonna set it to the side. I'm gonna show you guys how to plate it. Now our oxtail is fully cooked. Now it's time to cut it. So cutting the oxtail cooked and already, it's just as easy as if you was cut it, uncooked. So all you got to do is just a same procedure. Go about an inch, and then you'll find the bone nail. And then when it's fully cooked, you pretty much can tell what a bone nail is. So, and then you want to be careful not to add too much pressure to the meat, because if you do, it's gonna fall apart. That's how tender it is. So be real careful, real gentle when you cut it. As you can see, it's really, really hot. You can use a tongue while holding it down, but I'm used to it, so it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. So I have a nice dish that I'm gonna lay down, some of the beans. I don't want to say cassoulet because that is not a cassoulet. Just quick vegetable, northern beans with onions and carrots. Nothing fancy about it whatsoever, though. I did add a little bit of pinch of salt to it because the sauce already have a lot of flavors already. So you want to minimize your salt intake into the vegetables as much as possible. So with this dish, we're gonna serve it with a side of white rice. You can serve it about any rice you want, but I think with a steamed rice, it tastes a whole lot better because of the sauce, and the meat got a lot of flavors into it. So as you see, we just put some vegetables on the bottom, oxtail on top, kind of rearrange it to make it look nice, decent per se. So kind of make it look like a little snake on the plate. Then we're gonna put the sauce right on top of it. So the sauce, there's nothing else add to the sauce. It's pretty much just the stock that it was braised in, reduced down by half, so you get a nice thick sauce, real nice. And then we're just gonna pour right on top. So this dish probably can feed anywhere about 4 to 5 guests. So it's all depends on how big you are, how much you want to eat. But for me, 1 bone is enough, and then some. And then we're gonna pour more vegetable on top, and then we're just gonna finish off with some more sauces on top. And then we're just gonna put some garnish, some parsley, and some micro greens. If you don't have micro greens, that's fine. Parsley is just as good, so it's not a big deal. You said for your family. That's what I call this dish. Is for the royalty only. And this is it, guys. It's a quick recipe. Although some of the ingredients are a little bit much, but once you made it once, you can kind of like fine tune it to the way you want. It's not a big deal. Like I'm always telling everybody, the recipe meant to be changed, adaptation to your palate. So it's not a big deal whatsoever, though. So this is just a quick setup, how to cook, how to braise a whole oxtail from start to finish. That's it. Pour some more sauces, and then put some Micros on top, parsley, and voila. So I'm gonna let you guys finish watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next video sometimes next week. Peace out.